Hello and welcome to another episode of Alan Writes. We're going to be working on something that's going to be titled, I think, The Paradise Hotel. Dice Hotel. This is using Celtx. You know how it is. I haven't written a screenplay in a while, so now I'm going to do it. This entire idea was kind of congealed from talking with somebody I just met. Logan is a great guy. He's well traveled, and he had some interesting ideas about angels. And I wanted to write something that involved angels, but of course, I just can't stop there. I did some research ahead of time into Dante's Paradise, or Paradiso, if you want to be specific about the book, because while he wrote the Inferno, he also wrote other books. And we're going to just dive right in because let's be honest here. Exterior. Outwest. Day. So the concept of this is that we're going to introduce three characters who visit, for reasons that I don't understand completely yet, a hotel out west. They're going to take a look. They're going to stay a few days here. They're going to each have some sort of revelatory experience, be it religious or otherwise, and then they're going to basically change as people. Now, traditionally, you may say that out west and this creepy locales and everything else, isn't that normally where you have like a group of cannibals that are going to prey on people, or some sort of horrific monster that's simply been lurking in the desert? And the answer is yes, that's common Hollywood fare. I'm going to, however, approach the inner demons rather than the outer demons, and we're going to go from there. At least that's my idea. I'm still writing this, so who knows? Let's get started. All right. The sun bakes the land. Bakes a land where cactus and coyote, where cactus sway and coyotes roam. There we go. There's my one sentence. Out in the midst of the heat lies a small town called, I want it to be innocuous, and I want it to not, it's got to be kind of on the nose, but also kind of not, called Summit. Summit views, specifically. It's where you can see the mountain from. Lies a small town that time forgot, called Summit Views. A tall mountain. All mountains are tall. Yeah, that's an unnecessary adjective. The snowy slopes. Distant mountain can be seen beyond. And then we have what I've had my establishing shot. I've had my further establishing shot, and now something needs to fall out of the sky to keep the audience entertained. A modern SUV. Doesn't rumble, it streaks down the dirt road. Dust flying into the air behind it. All right. Interior, SUV. All right. Do I introduce one character or two characters? I have three characters that we're going to deal with, who are who are going to be our eyes in this. Let's see. My notes say basically nothing. I need a character who would be driving, who would be the low man on the totem pole, or low woman on the totem pole. Just Springer. What is our first sight of her? She is a PR consultant. She's kind of new to this, and she's kind of grasping at straws here. Down. Oh, it's a dirt road, not a dirt round. Dust flying everywhere. Uh-oh, I'm getting into editing territory. It's always dangerous when you're starting to write. You want to edit what you've just written. Not necessarily a good idea. Not now. All right, so Jess Springer. Too young for anything but a master's degree. Grips the wheel tight as the SUV shudders over the uneven. Okay. Just a years shy from completing a master's degree. Eyes go wide. With white knuckles as the SUV. Something's got to be wrong with my keyboard. Either that or I'm an idiot. Either way. All right. So she's obviously surprised. Next to her, a gray beard of a man. Is thrown bodily from sleep into waking. His hands stretched before him. A gray beard of a man is thrown. He is Winston. Man, I should have come up with a Winston Caradas. Made up last name. I'll fix it later. He is definitely too old for this shit. Alright, so that's no longer action. I want character. All right. Let's do it. What the hell? Road, road, road. Slow, slow, slow. Just brings the vehicle to a halt. The dust sweeps ahead of them, blotting out the town. Sorry. When we left the pavement. Winston sighs and glances at the back seat. There, swaddled beneath jackets, lies Congresswoman. All right, I'm going to reveal a trick I often use. I cannot reuse the J, the S, the W, or the C for her in any part of her the starting letters of her name, because I want to differentiate it. Congresswoman. Bella, no, I can't use Bella either. That's too well a name. Darcy Price? Sure. Random name. Doesn't matter. I can always change it later. Content, find, and replace. The important thing is to get it down on the page. Alright. Still fast asleep. She's still out? Yeah. Should we wake her? Okay, so when should we wake her? And then, all right, I gotta go bigger. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you will be able to see this now. When should we wake her? Never. Jess gives Winston an apprising look. Not until the hotel. Not until the hotel. Now I want to say more here without saying it, because simply put, well, he says not until the hotel. She deserves that much. Don't always get what we don't always get what we want. Winston Jess returns her attention to the road. The dust has fallen, and the town, with its distinctive hotel, not an antique hotel, it's classic hotel, can be seen. Okay, let's go exterior. The Hotel Paradiso. That is also quite on the nose for the thing, but I don't care. Right now, if there's a better name for it, I will find it. Okay, so continuing on. The creative process. What does the hotel look like? It's a hotel out west, which means it's in the desert, which means it's not going to be in the best care. I'm thinking of all the other hotels I've ever seen in movies that happen to be out west. What was the one with John Cusack? Identity. That was a classic. But that was also a motel. I want this one to be internal. Why do I want it to be internal? I don't know. Mainly because I don't need the characters to go out that much, and I want out to be differentiated from in. Does that make sense? Anyway, it might make sense. That's a part of storytelling that I'll leave for future me to puzzle out, because that'll be fun. Alright, the Hotel Paradiso. Cracked paint and desert dust are home to framed by creeping cacti, green that takes advantage of the shade. Okay, I like that juxtaposition. I'm going to go with it. Cracked wood. Bare wood. Sprinkled with desert dust. The cracked paint. Hotel lies flaked. The whole edifice better suited to decades past. I don't need to say which decade it is. I will leave that to the reader and the director and photography and whatever location they can find. Takes advantage of the shade. The sign up front declares Hotel Paradiso. Best view for miles. Okay. Best view for miles. The SUV brakes in what could generously be called a parking lot. Interior, SUV. Oh, what do they call that? It's a rolling tumbleweed. Rolls past the front of the SUV. Jess looks over at Winston. Winston. Jess, slow, slow, slow. I'm going to move that. Slow, slow. Hits the brakes. The implication there above is that she had just taken her foot off the gas and hadn't actually hit the brakes. That's important for her character. It's important. All right. You have to use the character's name somewhere in the first scene that they're given, otherwise it gets weird. I mean, you could put that off for a while, but whatever. So, this was the place your friend recommended, Winston? He said it was the best place for our congresswoman. And let's parenthetical it up. No, I didn't want that. Need a deck. No, that was dialogue. Wow, I am rusty with this. I am just rusty. All right. And like all writing, you have to stay in practice, and you get better with practice. I'll just shake off the rust and the dust, and we'll keep going with this. You said it was the best place for. Looks back at. Congresswoman Darcy, Miss Price, Miss Woman Price, blinks her eyes and forces herself to sit up. Forces herself to sit up. What? We're here. Whatever here is. Jess takes her mounted phone from the from its cradle, the dash. The GPS indicator doesn't have favorable things to say about the locale. Signal lost. Okay, I like that. I like that. How long was I out? Okay. And we'll go to exterior SUV. Darcy staggers out. The sun immediately dons a pair and fumbles for a pair of shades. Winston just shields his eyes with his hands. Just simply squints. Again, these are all small character details. I could probably do without them, but it's important to throw them in there first, especially if we're going to have a screenplay where I may be short on dialogue, because again, if they're going to have some sort of revelation, revelations are difficult to put on screen. They're just difficult. If you're too subtle, it doesn't make much sense. If you're too overt, it seems like it's just it's too overt. It'll be interesting to write that portion, but let's move on. How long was I out? The whole trip. Jess walks toward the front of the hotel. The others follow. Any calls? None you want. Let's go inside. Interior. Paradiso. The hotel belongs in a museum. What belongs in a museum? Racks of pamphlets, old maps on the wall, and furniture. What kind of furniture would we be talking about? And twice repaired furniture. How long? How long do we have to stay here? A week? How long it takes? A week. Maybe a day more. Winston exchange Darcy the 3 stop pause to consider what they're getting into. However long to take. Consider what they're getting into. Darcy doesn't like it. How long do we have to stay here? Look behind Darcy's back. I should never have given in. Darcy takes a deep breath, squares her shoulders, and heads for the front counter. Alright, notes for myself. Jess will check in regularly. Have to get back to the road for cell phone reception. Back to the road for cell phone reception. All right, that's good. That'll make sure she gets it out of there. Also, I need to figure out what's in town. Initially, I'd only sketched out what's in the hotel, but there'll be stuff in the town. There'll be ice cream parlor. Perhaps a library. And what else? But that's the problem for future me. Because right now I'm done with my half an hour of writing for the day. I know that because I drank a glass of water before coming here, and now I need to go deal with something else. So, this is the start of Hotel Paradiso. I don't know. I don't know where it's going. They're going to all have a different revelatory experience. I have some notes on the characters. Each of them has a different... If you want to break it down, each of them has some virtues, but they're also lacking at something. And the, what is it? Prudence, fortitude, justice, and temperance. And they're all lacking in one or two of the cardinal virtues, as Dante indicated. And this is, of course, only a start of things, because I may diverge. Dante doesn't have all the answers, and it'll be important to note that. And somebody is probably going to, in a meta way, note that in the story. That is just, it's just like Dante's Inferno. No, it's if anything, it's the Paradiso was named for Dante's Paradise, because you can see it from here. It's the mountain over there. Oh, how do we get to the mountain? Well, you walk. Is there not a road? Why would there be a road? You just have to walk. I can point the way for you if you'd like. That sort of back and forth. We're gonna have some characters that I've got to figure out who run the hotel, who all, for whatever reason, have had their personal revelatory experience and chosen to stay in the and work the hotel or stay in the town for a variety of reasons. Whether they're working on something of themselves or their end enlightenment is to help others. Either way, it'll be fun. Though not sure that there'll be so much danger as it's internal danger. This is man against himself sort of thing. Is they're trying to work through personal demons, and maybe there are actual demons involved, or the idea of demons, or temptations rather. And it might not be typical Hollywood. There's cannibals in the hills, and don't go up there and also escape. But I don't want to tell that sort of story. I'm telling this story. Whether or not it gets made, I'm telling it. So, I hope you've enjoyed this latest episode of Alan Writes. We'll see where it goes. But the important thing is to start writing and keep writing. All right. Take care and stay safe out there, all right? Thanks.